U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. Wilhelm. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilhelm. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Play action now. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That third down conversion good for 23. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Vikings had 10-5 to start play. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
That one goes for 30 yards. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Wilhelm. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Prescott now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Throwing on 1st down. Wilhelm. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Wilhelm. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first and 10, Wilhelm. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now they'll audible to something else. On second down, it's Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Second down, Prescott. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Hockenson here. Touchdown, Vikings! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wilhelm. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilhelm. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And the half will begin with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott off play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Check.
Again, it's Taylor. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now third down and very long.
Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. There we go, going to 53. There we go, 26.
Now Prescott. This is caught by Addison. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting Like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. And he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, they'll run it here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
We're going to 54.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there is no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilhelm. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
.39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Off the play fake, Prescott. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Prescott going to change the play. On play action, they'll throw. There's Allison. Touchdown, Vikings. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings have taken a fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott. That's down the field for Jefferson. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes out right around the 39. Here comes 2nd down. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Off play action. Wilhelm. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Running left, Taylor. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Just the one timeout to work with, but plenty of time on the clock as they come up on 1st down. They run once more with Taylor.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing here, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Prescott. He gets it to Addison. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Vikings, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the